Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing an unboxing kind of video, but not really because I unboxed it a couple months ago. So I guess it's more of a haul, but the thing that is particularly special about this haul is that they are all books that I received from one of my booktube besties, Missy over at Binge Reader, and I received them as an exchange because what she is doing on her channel, and I will leave the link down to her video below where she explains it a little bit better. But what she's doing is she is doing book swaps with people, and basically she is trading books that she's already read, sending them out to other people, and then that person will swap back books with her. I think it's just such a fantastic idea because it gets rid of the clutter, and there are so many books that I read, unfortunately, that are not books that I think I'll ever read again. You know, not because I didn't like them, but just because I just don't see it happening. I may be wrong, maybe later on down in my life I will, but for the time being, there are plenty of books that I like to get rid of. All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the books that she sent me. The first book that Missy sent me was Rain Village by Carolyn Turgeon. This book actually follows a young woman who joins the circus to become a trapeze artist, and I have been obsessed with circus-themed books ever since I read Water for Elephants. Speaking of which, are you guys as psyched as I am for Sarah Gruen's new book? Also, a little bit of a trigger warning. I have heard that the main character suffers from sexual abuse, so if that is a triggering effect for you, I think that's a major theme in this book, but regardless, I really cannot wait to read it. The cover is beautiful. It's a book I'd never heard of, but I remember reading Missy's review and thinking, wow, that's a book I really want to read. The next book that Missy sent me is Special Topics in Calamity Physics by Marisha Pessl. Now this book is one that I know absolutely nothing about whatsoever. I just know that Marisha Pessl wrote it. I think this was her debut novel, but she is most well known for Night Film, which was a really popular book that was released either last year or the year before. Regardless, I of course own it. Have I read it? No. But it was number 2 on Missy's top 14 of 2014. And I also let my mom borrow it recently and she really liked it. So I think I'm going to plan to read Night Film first and then pick this one up. So Missy, yes, we will be buddy reading the shiz out of this. The next book that Missy sent me is The House of Dead Maids by Claire B. Dunkel. So this is actually a book that I have seen on Goodreads and Amazon for quite some time. And of course, the number one thing that attracted me to this book is the cover. It's very creepy. It's creepy. And you guys know that I love creepy books. It is apparently a prequel to Wuthering Heights, which I have never read before. And I also don't know, is it Wuthering Heights? Wuthering Heights? Or is it Withering Heights? Because I've heard a lot of people say both. So I don't know the proper pronunciation. Maybe if I read the freaking book I would know, who knows? I feel like this will give me motivation to read Wuthering Heights because I've always wanted to read it, but it's a classic and it's one of those classics that people either love or hate. And I've just kind of felt a mixture of excitement and dread when it comes to that book, so I don't know, maybe this will kind of encourage me to pick that one up. The next book that Missy sent me is The Alan Wake Files, which is by Clay Stewart. Now, if you don't know, Alan Wake is actually a video game. It's a really awesome video game, and it's about a writer whose wife has mysteriously disappeared, so he has to go and try to solve her case and find her, and along the way he battles supernatural forces and whatnot. It's very good. It's like a psychological thriller in video game form, so you really can't go wrong with that. The next 2 books that Missy sent me is part of a series, and it is the Waking series. The first one is Dreams of the Dead by Thomas Randall, and then the second one is Spirits of the N-O-H by Thomas Randall as well. So I have legit been wanting to read this book ever since I first saw it on Goodreads, and then my need to read it only increased when Missy started reading them. This is a series that follows a young girl named Kara, and Kara is an American, I believe, but she moves to Japan because her father gets a teaching position, and soon upon arriving she hears all of these tragic stories about a girl around the same age who was murdered, and then Kara quickly befriends the sister of the girl who disappeared. Soon other students in her school start disappearing, and Kara is left thinking that the vengeful spirit of her friend's sister is the cause of these disappearances. I mean, Japanese horror. Can you go wrong? Because I don't think you can. The Ring, The Grudge. I'm like so excited to read this. Also, I just need to say, like, Missy, your handwriting, that is proper grown-up handwriting. Like, legit That is amazing handwriting. I mean, I'm literally turning 25 at the end of this month, and I feel like people are gonna start asking me, when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna have children? And I'm just like, yo, I'm just waiting for my grown-up handwriting to come in. Again, Missy, thank you so much for sending me all of these lovely books. Can't wait to dig into them. You know my soul. You know me. You know. Alright guys, so that's all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. In the comments below, I would really love for you to let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them, or books that you would like to recommend based on these books. Please drop them below. Also, what are some books that you guys have been reading lately? I would really like to know, because Mama just got a bonus on her paycheck, and you know what it's going to. You know. Alright guys, so that's all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one.